Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, November 9, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. UC San Diego vs California. Last season was a small sample size of the Division I programs in comparison to this season's schedule. This season will be a true division schedule for the Tritons, and they will know fairly early on where they stand in terms of differential and talent. The one bright spot that the Tritons will look to build off of from last season was their effective field goal percentage, 18th in the nation. Our first betting advice is to pick UC San Diego Tritons plus 13.5. The Golden Bears put up an average of 65.4 points per game last season, which put them 303rd in the nation in scoring offense. Cal collected 31.6 rebounds per contest and dished out 11.9 assists a night. The Golden Bears were slightly above average defensively by allowing 69.2 points per contest, putting them 139th in the nation in scoring defense. The Golden Bears have to rely on Andre Kelly, 10.3 points, 6.4 rebounds, who is the team's leading returning scoring option. Grant Antisevich, 8.9 points, 4.5 rebounds, Makhail Foreman, 7.2 points, Lars Thiemann, Cooney, and Joel Brown to step up and contribute on both ends. Monty Boser, Jard Hyder, Jalen Celestine, Marsalis Robertson, Abina Eniwanu, and DJ Thorpe could all see action as well. Cal shot 43% from the field as a team last season. The Golden Bears knocked down 8.3 triples a night while shooting 32.8% from beyond the arc. Cal is below average at the charity stripe as they shot 69.7% as a team. Our second betting advice is to pick under 141.5. Southern Illinois vs Arkansas. In all, the Salukis will return 97% of their scoring from a year ago. A big loss for the Sioux last year was Marcus Domisk, 16.3 ppg, who played in just 10 games due to a foot injury. Domisk won Freshman and Newcomer of the Year in the MVC in the 2019-20 season. He is back this year, as is the sharpshooting Lance Jones, who picked up the slack last year and averaged 13.4 ppg. Trent Brown is deadly from beyond the arc, and having him back is a big plus as well. With a healthy Domisk, the Salukis should top the 65.5 ppg they put up a year ago. Still, Sioux prides itself on defense, and they allowed 68.1 page a year ago, which is 5.9 ppg more than the previous year. The defense needs to return as well. Our first betting advice is to pick Southern Illinois Salukis minus 7.5. The Trojans put up an average of 68.7 points per game last season, putting them 247th in the nation in scoring offense. Little Rock pulled down 34.5 rebounds a game while dishing out 13.6 assists a night. The Trojans were solid on the defensive end of the floor, as they were 122nd in scoring defense by giving up 68.5 points per game. Nicole Emerick, 14 points, 5.6 boards, Ruud Moniong, 11.9 points, 11 rebounds, each averaged in double figures last season. Marco Lusic, CJ White, Isaiah Palermo, and Marco Andrick are looked at to be useful members of the rotation. Ethan Speaker, Christopher Walker, and Alcian Evans are going to get chances to make their impact in the mix as well. Little Rock shot 45.5% from the field as a team. The Trojans sank 5.7 three-pointers a night while draining 31.1% from beyond the arc. Little Rock was average at the charity stripe as they shot 70.2% as a team on the year. Our second betting advice is to pick under 138.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Akron vs Ohio State. Besides another 4 players that came off the bench and played in at least 18 games last year, Akron added transfers Xavier Castaneda and KJ Walton as well as 3 freshmen. Walton will be playing at his 3rd school after beginning his collegiate career with Missouri before moving to Ball State. Walton averaged 16.4 points with Ball State, and his scoring will make up for much of the loss of Jackson. Xavier Castaneda played 3 seasons with South Florida and last year averaged 8.5 points per game. Our first betting advice is to pick Akron plus 16.5. Holtman also has to find a replacement for guard Dwayne Washington Jr., 16.4 ppg, who left early for the NBA draft. Fortunately, power forward E.J. Liddell, 16.2 ppg, 6.7 rpg, 34% 3pt, returns after considering leaving early for the NBA. Grad student Jamari Wheeler, 6.8 ppg, 3.5 app, 36% 3pt, arrives from Penn State and is considered one of the best defensive guards in the Big Ten, having been named to the All-Defensive Team twice. Freshman Michi Johnson, 6'2", 172, could be the starting point guard after playing sparingly last season and showing some explosion in their exhibition game against Division I foe Indianapolis. Our second betting advice is to pick over 145. Eastern Michigan vs Indiana. Even though Heath has had success as a head coach, the Eagles have only 1 starter returning and will experience some bumps early in the season. Eastern Michigan averaged 70.3 points per game last season. They made 41.6% of their field goals and 31.1% of their three-pointers. Bryce McBride is the only returning starter for the Eagles. He averaged 13.7 points, 2.4 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game. Eastern Michigan wasn't very good defensively last season, giving up 75.7 points per game. They will need to improve defensively if they want to be competitive this season. Our first betting advice is to pick Indiana Hoosiers minus 24. Last season, the Hoosiers put up an average of 69.7 points per game on the year, leaving them 218th in the nation in scoring offense. Indiana collected an average of 35 rebounds a night while dishing out an average of 13.9 assists per contest. The Hoosiers were slightly above average defensively, allowing an average of 69.4 points per contest, putting them 147th in the nation in scoring defense. Trace Jackson Davis led the team with 19.1 points plus 9 rebounds per contest last season and is back here. Race Thompson added 9.1 points plus 6.2 rebounds a night, and Rob Finney contributed 7.1 points a contest. Trey Galloway and Christian Lander are expected to contribute for Woodson's squad. The Hoosiers will also look to transfer Xavier Johnson, Pitt, Miller Kopp, Northwestern, Michael Durr, South Florida, and Parker Stewart, Utah Martin, along with big recruit Tamer Bates, to step up and provide production on both ends of the floor. Indiana shot 43.3% from the floor as a team on the season last year. The Hoosiers drained an average of 5.9 three-pointers a night, while sinking 32.4% of their attempts from beyond the arc. Indiana struggled at the charity stripe last season, converting only 66.5% of their attempts as a team. Our second betting advice is to pick under 142.